It is becoming customary for Boise State University to confer an honorary doctoral degree upon a deserving individual each spring during the ceremony. We are proud of this tradition and the significance it holds for all of us. An honorary doctorate is awarded to recognize an individual of outstanding accomplishment in scholarship, creativity, public service, education, and human welfare. Nominations for deserving individuals are reviewed by a committee comprised of faculty from each of our colleges. The faculty committee recommended this year's honoree, and I was thrilled to accept it, a most deserving candidate. Marilyn Shuler earned her bachelor's degree at the University of Utah and her master's degree in public administration at Boise State University. And I feel confident in saying that she truly exemplifies the very best of our Boise State alumni. Marilyn served as the director of the Idaho Human Rights Commission from 1978 to 1998, and as former Governor Cecil Andrus put it, she did more with the resources of a tiny agency and a tiny budget to advance the cause of human rights and individual dignity than anyone ever has in the state of Idaho. Marilyn co-founded, built, and promoted the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial, is a founding board member of both Northwest Coalition Against Malicious Harassment and the Peaceful Settlements Foundation, and was a driving force behind the development of the Idaho Black History Museum. She has served on just about every human advocacy board in Boise, including the Casey Family Program, the Human Rights Education Center, the Boise YMCA, the United Way, the Boise Redevelopment Agency, Idaho Kids Count, and the Idaho Women's Charitable Foundation, to name a few. Marilyn helped establish public kindergartens in Idaho, and she encouraged the state to implement strong laws banning malicious harassment and paramilitary training. She helped create the Martin Luther King Jr. Idaho Human Rights Day and helped organize the Ada County Human Rights Task Force. Perhaps Ms. Shuler's friend, Boise YMCA Director Jim Everett, sums it up best. Marilyn Shuler is a saint, and I would add, a very busy saint. I am honored and humbled to present a doctorate of humane letters to a most deserving individual, Marilyn Shuler.
Don't talk as loud as you do. Thank you, President Custra and Provost Shim. I'm very, very humbled to receive this degree. So often universities give this award to famous people, or those who have given enormous donations to the institution, or leaders in business and industry. I fit none of those categories. I'd like to believe that Boise State has chosen to make a statement that it values human rights. And through me is saluting all those who work in the trenches, hoping to make Idaho an even better place to live. I know that includes a large number of you. I'm sitting because I grew up before the development of the polio vaccine, and I contracted the disease when I was 10. It was almost eradicated worldwide, but now it's coming back because people are failing to get their children immunized with this life-saving vaccine. And so I'm making a shameless plug to you here. Please get your children vaccinated against polio. But this is your day. There's 2,307 of you who have earned degrees. The day also belongs to your family and friends. None of us would be here without the support of others. I have 5 minutes to impart some wisdom, having lived nearly 3/4 of a century on this planet. And I get credit for being old. As I was reflecting on that, I thought about a book written by Robert Fulghum about 2 decades ago. It's titled, All I Really Needed to Know, I Learned in Kindergarten. His advice includes things that are simple, yet profound. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt someone. And when you go out in the world, watch for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. When you were in kindergarten, you may also have planted a seed in a little paper cup to see how it grew. Well, the roots grow down, and the plant grows up. The roots, it's easy to see how the seeds of knowledge have shot up exponentially. My spry 100-year-old aunt knew people alive when Abraham Lincoln was president. They lived without electricity, cars, vaccines, antibiotics, telephones. My head spins as I learn about the research that's going on today. It will significantly impact the lives of my grandchildren. Nanotechnology, genetic engineering, driverless car, robots, space travel. What is also changing, but not as fast as we would like, are the roots of those plants we grew in kindergarten. Our roots, how we treat others, the golden rule, equality, justice, civility. We have abolished slavery. Lynchings have stopped, but only 62 years ago. You can marry someone of another race in all 50 states, thanks to a Supreme Court decision only 42 years ago. We have repealed restrictive covenants in real estate. Reparations have been made to Japanese Americans interned during World War II. We banned malicious harassment based on ethnicity. Job discrimination is illegal. The disabled are entitled to an education. And architectural barriers are coming down bit by bit. Thanks to a successful lawsuit, we've seen the Aryan Nations compound taken down and the land given to North Idaho College. We have told racists, Idaho's too great for hate. But we have to be vigilant as we are in danger of losing ground. You know the hot topics in Idaho. Immigration reform is long overdue for our growing Hispanic population. More than 1 in 5 of our children in Idaho is growing up in poverty. Our average annual wage is 50th in the nation. The low high school graduation rates of American Indians and Hispanics must be turned around. We need prison reform. Our country is the world's leader in incarceration, and Idaho's nonviolent offenders serve prison sentences twice as long as the national average. And as a state, we need to think long and hard on why some are opposed to marriage equality. Let's finally add the words sexual and gender identity to the Idaho Human Rights Act. Paraphrasing my heroine, Eleanor Roosevelt, people are like tea bags. We don't really know how strong we are until we're in hot water. She also told us that we gain strength, courage, and confidence in every experience in which we stop and look fear in the face. We are able to say to ourselves, I've lived through this. I can take the next thing that comes along. We must do the things we think we cannot do. Congratulations to all of you. You now are among the 7% of the world's population with a college degree. You can make the world a better place. Take courage. Go out. Follow your passions. Do the things you fear you cannot do. Live your dreams, despite the bumps along the way. But remember, when you go out, watch for traffic, hold hands, and stick together.